The Deep in the Heart Film Festival is back in downtown Waco, and it's a celebration of the art of filmmaking. Joanna Putnam is the writer and director of one of these films that's being shown, and she's here with the inside scoop on that. Joanna, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. This is fascinating. Tell me about your film and what was that process like putting this together?
Yeah, so in the spring of 2020, I was stuck in quarantine at my parents' farmhouse in upstate New York. That's my childhood home.
Okay.
And we decided that we needed to find a silver lining to this really strange, unbalanced time. So I wrote a film that my partner, who had never picked up a cinema camera before, learned how to film, and we got some equipment rental, and we brought our third team member up from Brooklyn to be all the other hands on deck, and we made our first feature film with a cast, crew, and team of 3.
Just 3 people?
Yep.
I mean, what's that like?
It was, I mean, there's a lot of freedom when you're with your friends because you can make a lot of mistakes, and the stakes were pretty low because, you know, we didn't have other people that we were beholden to for time or money.
Right.
My parents got to witness the whole thing, which was always fascinating. But it was a blast. It was the best way for us, I think, to learn and to take on our first film. And yeah, it was really special, especially in that moment when we were all struggling to find value in this moment. So.
Finding toilet paper at the grocery store.
Yeah,
it was hard.
Yeah.
Did mom and dad chime in and say, try this and that?
They were our craft services.
Okay.
And they witnessed a lot of strange things. And my mom had to put up with me putting, you know, ants in the sink and crickets in the hallway and butterflies in the living room.
Oh, wow.
We turned their home into a film set, which I don't think they understood quite what that looked like, but they had a blast. It was nice for them to see me, you know, kind of flourish as a real grown adult doing something cool.
Well, it sounds like they were a good sport about it.
Yeah, they were great.
My mom would not have ants in the sink.
Yeah.
What is the message, though, that you want the viewer to take away from watching this?
Yeah, so this is a psychological character portrait of a woman who unravels in the wake of her mother's mysterious death. It's a female-centric, female-led story, which I think we need more of. It's very personal, and it's also just kind of an exploration of the strange ways that we wrangle grief, and it was made in a moment when I think that's a really valuable conversation to be having. It came out of the pandemic, but it's not a pandemic film.
Wow. And what do you say to these younger folks getting into the business and they're inspiring filmmakers?
Just go out and make something with people you trust who you're excited to create with. I was so daunted by the idea of filmmaking that I assumed I needed a ton of money and a ton of hands on deck. But really, with like 2 of my closest friends, we could learn everything and we could fail. And it was the most revelatory challenge I've ever given myself. And I would say just go try to make something, however bad.
That's great. All right, we'll see you out there at the Film Fest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Nice to meet you, Joanna, and we'll be right back.